سلام، چطورید؟ خیلی خوش اومدید به این ویدیو. موسی واسم اومدیم با پارت 11 از هاگوارتس لگاسی. امیدوارم دوست داشته باشید این سریو. 100% ممنون میشم. ویدیو رو لایک کنی، چنلمو ساب کنی. بس به کله هاتون. بریم سراغ ویدیو. خب ما اومدیم معدن و این چیز میزا داستانشون رو فهمیدیم. حالا فقط مونده با این
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search, so was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
خب اینم بهمون نامه میفرست. خب اینجوری که بوش میاد داستان جنگه. حال میدم. اولمون نشد. خب بچه بعد از کلی گشتن بالاخره پیدا شد.
Welcome back.
ممنون.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. I'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
How will I gain access to the headmaster's office? Perhaps Professor... do.
ببینیم جغدی برامون نیومده. سباسیان هم جغد دادن.
Handy resource indeed.
بچه‌ها جوری که بوش میاد قراره که جنگ خفن ببینیم. ما پروفسور فیگ در کتابخونه‌اش صحبت کنم. اوکی، پروفسور فیگ ندیدیمش خیلی وقته. آبه خوب، آفرین سرباز.
The Daedalian keys are back. Aren't they brilliant?
آهنگ اینجا رو خیلی سباسیان بر کنار اینجا رو
Revelio.
مشکل اینجا سلام پروفسور. پروفسور خونه نیست. پروفسور اومد.
Professor Fig, the keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle, and I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the port key. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. Very well, you'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I don't know the headmaster's house elf. Will he even speak to me? I imagine he's loyal to the headmaster.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A Polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Wait, doesn't Polyjuice Potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does.
So how do you already have Polyjuice Potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the Ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more.
خب من چی داد بخوردمون ای پروفسور اوه شبیه مدیر شدی
Incredible.
I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the Ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
Do you have a moment, Professor? Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only you'd asked me about a particular potion, and well,
I did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
I assure you, Sharp, you may speak freely.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student. Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
Now, to determine which student gets this rather
I haven't time for any of you at the moment. None. None at all. Move aside. Chewing with your mouth open? Where are your manners?
What could the headmaster want?
Greetings! I mean, out of my way, children.
Professor Black, how are you, sir?
If you must speak with me, consult my secretaries or what have you. Now move
on. Professor Black, again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
But the injury, Madam Kagawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they are fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly game? You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
I should think you'd have better things to do with your time. Now, where's my elf?
Good day, Professor. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kagawa.
What did we do to deserve him as a head?
When I witnessed what passes for magic in these halls, I
simply mourn for the future of the wizarding world.
Headmaster, I hope it's not about anything I've
من با
been
بچه‌ها
doing.
هم صحبت کنم و این خیلی باحاله. نمیشه اینجا چیز کنم. نمیتونم از اسپلام استفاده کنم.
Has anyone seen my ivory-handled hand mirror?
Professor, a word, please. Hello, Professor Black.
Ah, Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh, very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
Ah, well, yes. He's handling some official ministry business for me.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness. You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
ممنون.
Thank you. But I'm happy to look into...
Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
A wonderful job. Leeway for Professor Fig. I shall never understand that man.
Ooh. That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing room.
Wait until Master sees what a wonderful job Scrope is doing.
Scrope!
Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone, even Master himself.
How dare you question me? I've a mind to give you a matching set of ears.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
But certainly I remember. It's still stronger together, no?
Master has made Scrope laugh.
Of course I remember. It's the Black family reigns.
Is Master giving Scrope a test?
It's purebloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Ah, yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
Oh, but Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Oh, very well. Toujours pur.
Ha! Thank you. Never speak of this conversation with me or anyone else.
Of course, sir. Scrope shall try his best to keep out of Master's way.
Oh.
The polyjuice potion's wearing off. I best get out of sight.
حالا با هم زدی. آروم.
Made it just in time. It's wearing off.
بیخیال. نه الان وقتش نیست. بیخیال ببین.
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked. Now to speak the password to the gargoyle. Incendio!
Off on another adventure, are we?
من افتاده بود.
Revelio.
کنار بچه ها در راه راست کنیم.
Expelliarmus. Bombarda. Confringo.
یه سال من اون چطوری از اونجا بردارم ببینم.
Accio. Revelio.
بریم به دفتر مدیر. آخ جون لای لای لای. آخ جون دفتر مدیر لای لای. چی دیدین؟ آخ جون. حالا با معلم‌ها هماهنگ نکرده بودم که بخوام دزدکی برم تو دفتر مدیر. دفترشون کجا هست؟
Revelio. The gargoyle. That's where I need to speak the password.
Just
Toujours pure.
همیشه پاک. امیدوارم کسی اون تو نباشه.
I wonder if all the elite wizarding families have a motto.
همین همش.
It's good to see you.
All thanks to Professor Fig's quick thinking. Now what?
Approach the pedestal in the antechamber and read the book that appears.
I suspect there will be more to this than reading a book.
Your suspicions are correct. We shall speak when you are finished.
Has this been under the headmaster's nose all this time? Revelio. That must be the pedestal.
همین یکی رو بکنم. اصلا تو کتاب. خب بچه اومدیم.
In this place, you may call me Eve. You shall be witness to a fable. Pay attention. Things are not always as they seem. You must move swiftly and cautiously. In this place, as in life, death takes many forms. Avoid each of them at all costs.
ای مردم ها نکش احمق. چرا قایم شدیم؟ فایش نمیدیم باشو.
I should have run when I could. I'd be free by now.
This is my chance. I'm coming, Neve.
چه خبرش
I need to time this just right.
من نمیبینم.
I see a staircase straight ahead.
نه میبینم. حواسم بده. نمیتونم چیز کنم که بفرستم بکشمشون یه بره دیگه. نمیشه. بذارم صبر کنم تا برم.
Could this happen?
A ladder. Perhaps they won't be able to find me if I go up there.
الان با فایت رو کردیم وسطشون ها. اونو نمیشه رفت تو.
They're gone, for now. I need to get out of here. Where could Neve be? Too many. I must cross this road as fast as I can. That's where I need to go, but I need to find a way past them.
آره نگاه کن دیگه. نبینی آفرین. کار بکن سر پولت خودت.
Nothing this way, but more danger. There must be another way to find you. I need to turn back. There's no getting past them that way.
خودت رفتی. خودت رفتی جلو. دوباره از اول این همه رو با بیام. خدایا نه همیشه غیب شی. باش. من چجوری میبینم؟ کجا قایم میشم؟ بیا برو تو. ریدم تو قیافت. چرا خدا.
That doorway looks like the only safe way forward. Closed tight. No way but forward, I suppose.
یه فازه چی مانه ولی سر جاله. چی جفتتون اونور رو ببینید؟ خدا. منو نباید میدیدی. خدا ها برسم به داد. حیف نمیتونم بکشمتون. یعنی دهنتون صاف بود. خب برو.
Closed tight. No way but forward, I suppose. That doorway looks like the only safe way forward.
چرا باید محافظت‌خانه کارانه ما بازی کنیم؟ چرا بیا بری دیگه.
Now's my chance.
سه نفرم خدا نگهدار. پشتش به ماست. میگن خورشید پشتیش به ما.
That's the way forward.
نمیشه بدویی الان که رسیدیم به مقصد. نمیشه گفت.
Can this be? I think I'm invisible.
فکر میکنی که نامردی شد. نامردی شد. خب مقصد کجاست الان؟ الان میتونیم وسط اونا بریم. نه دیگه ما رو نمیبینن اسکولا.
They can't see me at all. I can get closer to them.
حالا میرم رئیستون رو میکشم. بدبختا بیچاره ها. میشه بدویی؟ میفهم. تو هم نبا بکشیم و بریم اون برد. خدافز پیش اون درختی.
This is the way forward. Finally free. Now where are you, Neve?
همه چی پاک شد و ما صفحه سفیدی ماندنیم.
You have outrun death thus far, but have yet to find me. Keep searching, but this time you will be unable to hide. Wield the wand you see before you. Do not squander its extraordinary power.
بگیر و قدرت. چوب دستی جدید. چوب دستی خودمه که. ممنونه. من فکر کنم میتونم فایت بدم. چوب دستی نقاشی نشده بود.
I've never felt such power.
میتونم فایت بدم. چرا فقط اینا رو دارم؟
Depulso, Descendo, Defendo.
روش نیست. همچی
Bombarda.
یه شروع خفن داشتیم. خواهم ببینم کی اینجا مردم رو اذیت میکنه. باید ببینم.
Stupefy.
شما یه مش نقاشی نتوان من را شکست بدهید. فهمیدید یا نه؟ مش نقاشی نتوان من را شکست بدهید. فهمیدی؟ چی؟
Defender.
نداریم اینا هم داریم.
Depulso.
اینا چیه؟ در باز شد. سسمی باز شد. خب بردم شرابه.
Bombarda.
زیاد بیا.
Protego. Stupefy. Defendo.
Stupefy.
Stupefy. Stupefy. Bombarda. Defender. Depulso. Bombarda. Defender. Descendo. Bombarda. Depulso. Depulso. Bombarda. Protego. Stupefy. Bombarda. Descendo. Defender.
نتوان من را شکست بدهید.
Bombarda. Defender.
بابا چی داره جیغ میزنه؟ فکر کنم یکی فرق داره. افتادی تو هچل. آره چه خبره؟ جون؟ دو تا جون شو؟ 3 تا جون 6 تا جون داریم. باس فایت داریم. خب چهار تا بودی
Defender. Potato. Stupefy. Bombarder. Defender. Stupefy.
شکست نتوان مصطفی رو شکست داد.
Bombarder. Stupefy. Depulsor. Defender.
من زدم تو اینو بگی من زدم به حالت طبیعی تو نبودن میتونی منو بزن. اونم کی دیگه من چی میگی؟ یا خدا یکی دیگه دوباره در من.
Stupefy. Bombarder. Defender.
خنده دارم ها. چیم؟
Bombarder.
بگو.
Bombarder. Defender. Potato. Stupefy. Bombarder. Depulsor. Defender. Bombarder. Potato. Stupefy. Defender. Depulsor. Bombarder.
تو باستانت که بمیدم. میبینم که باختی اسکلت بی خاصیت. یا اسمش نبود.
Bombarder.
اونجا زحمت
Potato. Stupefy.
خدا بکیدی
Bombarder.
دست تو قبول کنی.
Defender. Depulsor. Bombarder. Stupefy. Defender. Potato. Bombarder.
ببینیم تو.
Bombarder. Stupefy. Defender. Bombarder. Defender. Bombarder. Depulsor. Defender. Bombarder. Potato. Stupefy. Bombarder. Defender. Bombarder. Stupefy. Defender.
یه کشتمت گرفتی لازم.
Bombarder. Defender. Bombarder. Depulsor.
چی میگی دارم؟
Potato.
شما چی میگی؟
Bombarder. Defender.
تو چجوری داری میخواد بکشم؟ تو چی دیگه؟
Depulsor.
میرم که شکست خوردی احمق. قیب شدی رفتی. بابا استفا هیچکی نتوان شکستش خواهد داد. استفاده مانند یک کوهی هست که دره ها را میشکافید. میشه رابری الان اینجا فاز حماسه برداری میاد نمیدوه باید بگیریم دیگه 2 ساعت خب یکی فرق داشت افتایی تو خد شهر
A simple stone. This must be for me.
من باشه ببینم چیه میشه داشتیم سنگ ساده است سنگ به این خوشگلی شما یه چیز میزایی نمیشه
You are far from finished. Pass through the mourners ahead. Nothing is what...
I can't believe she's dead.
Oh, poor Neve.
یارو زده اینجا همه این بنده خدا فامیل مامیلاشون کشته. داش فکر میکنی کی هستی؟ هم مرده زنده کنیم؟
You found me, but you cannot undo what has been done. The magic of the stone can only conjure a shadow of my former self.
استاد رو پیدا کردم استاد میفرمودی استاد وایسا ما بیان
But there is no light without shadow as there is no shadow without light. Simply because you can eliminate darkness does not always mean that you should. Remember that as you witness my memory.
Isadora, what you did for your father was remarkable.
Wasn't it? And Percival needn't worry about the strands of emotion or the traces that this magic leaves. I found a way to contain all of it.
You haven't stopped.
Goblin silver.
You spoke to a goblin about this.
Don't worry, he has no idea what we're containing.
We don't know what effect any of this may have. The emotions, the dark traits.
You sound like Percival. And as it happens, I do know. It is a source of strength, of focus. Somehow it enhances my ability to wield magic.
I don't follow, Isadora.
I think we can harness it.
Power like this is not to be toyed with. In the wrong hands.
You saw what I did for my father. Oh, Neve, imagine the good we could do. Everyone is in some kind of pain.
درد اینم داره میکشه بیرون.
What are you doing? Breathe it in.
گوش کن.
Can you feel it?
Oh, Isadora.
این از درد مردم قدرت میگیره یه جوری چیزی که از چیزی که دیدم مثل میکنم.
You've kept this power to yourselves for so long because you fear it.
چون از اون میترسی. من انتخاب میکنم که فرق داره افتاده تو هچل بانو پشمام کی از مرد چیز از درد مردم قدرت بگیره این خیلی عجیبه بچه از دفترچه اومدیم بیرون. کجا اومدیم اصلا؟ یه چیز بلم دنبالیم. حالا نقاشی برگرد. نقاشی کنم. آها اینجا. بله یه پروفسور جدید. بازی عجیبه.
Has someone completed the first 3 trials?
It is, and I have.
But you are so
young. I know.
میدونم شما
You must be Professor Bakar.
I am.
Pleased to meet you. The pensive memory I just witnessed. Was Isadora inhaling painful emotions?
She was.
I was amazed to see that it seemed to give her some sort of power, and that she could harness it. But how?
I worry that you seem more intrigued than repulsed. I hesitate to reveal the location of my pensive to someone who, perhaps, has yet to understand the responsibility of power.
I can assure you, Professor, I do. In fact, what you don't yet know is that a dangerous goblin called Ranrock has accessed the repository at Rookwood Castle. He has learned to harness the contents of it as a source of immense power. He plans to use that power against wizardkind. We have no time to waste.
I see. Nonetheless, the knowledge you shall gain after you witness my memories is too valuable to share without further consideration. I shall require time to confer with the other keepers.
It seems we have no choice but to wait. Frustrating as it is. I heard what you told Professor Bakar. Isadora was inhaling emotions to gain power?
She was, and she pulled emotions as she did from her father, from Professor Fitzgerald, without permission.
Monstrous.
What's more, she said that she found a way to store the traces of magic she extracted in goblin silver.
The repositories?
Possibly. There's something I didn't get a chance to tell you earlier. Ranrock has been digging at locations tied to the 5 names he found in the journals of a goblin metalworker named Bragball.
5 names? The Keepers, and who else? Isadora Morganac?
Precisely. That's how he's been one step ahead of us. Gringotts, the Tower, Rookwood Castle.
If the Keepers won't tell you where the next trial is yet, I say we at least maintain a watch on Ranrock. Perhaps he'll lead us to more information.
Perhaps. I hope to hear from Lodgok soon. I haven't heard anything since I learned of the drills. Oh, and as you've probably guessed by now, your polyjuice plan worked like a charm.
I knew it would. I may have done too good a job distracting Black. I had no idea he can't hold his fire whiskey.
خب میخوای به ما اطمینان کنی ها؟ چرا؟ بگو این همه من حمالی این 3 نفر رو کردم. شما بهش بگی. بگو. با قدرت رو بگیرم میام اینجا رو آتیش میزنم که دیگه ریخت و انتون اونا بیان. خب بچه تا اینجا ویدیو کافیه. خیلی دوستتون دارم. ممنون تا اینجای ویدیو همراهم بودین. چنل ساب کن. نه چنل ویدیو لاک کن، چنل ساب کن. دوستتون دارم. بوست به 33 تاتون. فیلن